What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about the Astrix-Style brassy pad / one-shot sound that features quite heavily in deep jungle walk. So, I mean, it's quite a popular sound in dance music, so I think it'll be relevant to a lot of you folks out there, and it's pretty simple to make. So yeah, without blabbering too much, let's dive in and have a look. Okay, so I've prepared a 4-bar loop here, and as you can see, we have a MIDI note that is roughly about a bar in length, and that plays on the second bar of this particular sequence. It's kind of used sparsely throughout the track. You'll notice it quite prominently, and another thing that you'll notice is it's used in a variety of different octaves, which I think is really helpful. So this sound works both as like a lower, greasy kind of sound, but also like a kind of more mid-range brassy sound as well. So yeah, let's jump into Serum 2 and start creating the sound from scratch. So the basis of the sound is pretty simple. It's just a saw wave with some unison. Let's set this up to about 9. You can turn the detune down a little bit and maybe the blend down a little bit, but we can change this to taste. Okay, so that's it for the oscillator. The envelope, it's a little bit boring in terms of the release, so it kind of just cuts off and stops in the middle of nowhere. So we want to give it about 1.5 to 2 seconds of release. Kind of gives it like a fake reverb kind of effect, like after the sound. And we also want to create some kind of filtering on the actual sound itself. And what that's going to do is it's going to kind of create this filter in and filter out to kind of make the sound a bit more subtle. So it's not just like a hard style lead, you know, it's kind of more of a background pad. And so there's various ways we can do this. We could either load up a filter over here, or we could actually just use these built-in oscillator effects, which has a low pass filter. So with this, I want to set it up to about 25 to 30%. So we've got a little bit of the sound coming through. And then we're going to add an envelope 2 to that, and then just reduce the maximum amount a little bit. So the trick here is now to kind of carve out a shape for this envelope 2. So let's give it an attack of about 500 to 1,000 milliseconds. You can turn this sustain down to about 30%. Give it some release to kind of match that previous envelope. And we can play with these curves a little bit over here, just for taste. To kind of give it more of a whoop instead of just the static linear curve. So there's still one or two things that I want to do here in the filter menu and oscillator menu, but let's just jump over to the effects and add some effects over here, and we can come back to that in a moment. So with these kinds of sounds, I find myself distorting it quite heavily and then kind of reducing the volume, or maybe filtering it or EQing it a little bit and then adding a bunch of reverb. And so that kind of creates almost like a sci-fi kind of pad type sound. But again, then reducing the volume and filtering it or EQing it afterwards and adding some reverb kind of makes it a bit more subtle. It's not like a really distorted bass or lead sound. So here I found myself using diode number 2, adding a bit of drive here. And then adding pre-filter and turning the Q down a little bit, and then assigning the same envelope 2 to that frequency. Let's just press Alt-Shift-Click just so that it's unipolar. We can turn down the amount a little bit, and then turn the center frequency up a little bit. Cool, that's already sounding good. Okay, so let's add another distortion over here. With this one, let's set this to soft clip. And again, we're going to do a similar thing with the pre-filter. Add the envelope to the filter frequency and turn down the Q a little bit. So that kind of softens up the crunchy sound of the original distortion. Let me actually just bypass that so you can hear kind of the difference. Okay, so then let's add some compression. Let's set the ratio all the way up to limit. To turn the threshold down a little bit. And then we may have to gain this up accordingly. Well, it sounds good already. Okay, so then some EQ. And with this, we just want to remove some low end, turn down the Q. Maybe set this to about 350 to 400 Hertz. So this is more for when we go into the lower octave. In fact, what I want to do quickly is just transpose, set this down. Without this EQ, it'll start to sound more like a bass sound, and of course it'll start to clash a little bit with the low frequencies of your mix. Okay, so I'm going to add some convolve. Digital chamber sounded pretty good. Turn up the IR gain so it's a bit more audible. And then let's add a little bit of reverb after that just to top it off. Just to top it off a little bit. So this we can leave as plate and then pretty much just turn up the mix. Sounding good. Okay, so last thing here, let's go over to the oscillator menu. And I find with these, it's quite nice to add a peak filter. So let's go over to peak 24. We can turn up the drive and fat a little bit. So this is pretty cool to kind of like boost the resonance here, to kind of add kind of overtone before the distortion. You can use that to shape the sound, to shape the tone of the sound before it hits the distortion and stuff. So you can get a large variety of different tones this way. What I'm actually going to do is turn the resonance up, and then we can sweep the cutoff so you can hear what I'm talking about. I find around there sounds quite nice with these kinds of sounds, but you may want to tweak it to taste. And then here, let's turn the resonance back down, not all the way, and then add this envelope to the resonance so that it's going to follow this shape as we play the sound. You see, and it's going to just boost it at the peak of the sound. We can also use more reverb like on the channel after Serum. So this is just a stack that I've made. It's kind of like send return, a fake send return setup, just using mainly Valhalla Supermassive, a couple of different instances of them and some EQs and stuff. Cool, sounding good. Okay, so what we can also do to kind of change it up a little bit, you know, if you kind of want to make it your own, something I found that works really well is to set the instance of Serum over to MPE, and then using very slight pitch bends on the sound to kind of variate it a little bit, or to kind of make it sound a little bit more strange, I guess. I can kind of go down a little bit, not a full tone. Kind of makes it sound a little bit more cinematic, I don't know. Especially at lower pitches. So good. I think we could actually change the EQ a little bit. We could actually go a little bit higher with this EQ. Maybe down with the Q. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's also really cool to kind of variate it like throughout the track. Like every few bars change it up, like either up an octave, or you could slowly like progress it up to kind of create a bit of tension or something like that. But yeah, it sounds good at a variety of different octaves, which is, you know, what I'm trying to say. Cool, that's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. And I'll be uploading this preset to my Patreon for all my $5 supporters. There's also a bunch of other presets there, like the previous Astrix tutorial that I did. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.